My father always told me he knew me better than I knew myself. When I was 14, I opened up to him that I wasn't sure about my sexuality. So he put a condom on a banana and shoved it down my throat, asking me if I enjoyed that. When I said no, he said it was proof that I wasn't gay. And I was actually kind of relieved. He decided for me. But now I can see that he's sick. My father is a twisted, deeply manipulative person.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. No more questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Mitchell.
Matthew, who was the last time?
Objection, Your Honor. This is a clear intimidation ploy, Your Honor.
No, Carisi, this is a clear Sixth Amendment issue.
Traumatizing the victims got nothing to do with the Sixth Amendment.
My client has a constitutional right to confront his accusers.
Your Honor, the defendant tortured the victims through interrogation. Allowing him to question them will only re-traumatize them in open court.
Enough. I am not getting reversed by the appellate division on a Sixth Amendment issue. While I would have preferred a heads up, Mr. Mitchell, I will allow Mr. Miller to act as co-counsel as I am required to do. But Mr. Miller, if you even approach the line, I will shut you down and revisit this ruling.
Did you come to me for advice about your life, everyday problems?
Yes.
Did you ever ask me to stop doing these bad things that you've been saying I've been doing?
No.
How old are you?
21.
Do you exercise? Out loud, Maddie, so the jury can hear you.
I weightlift.
So you're younger than me and a hell of a lot stronger. I mean, don't you think you could have tried to physically stop me from doing the things that you didn't like?
I guess.
Who invited me to meet your friends?
I did.
Why would you do that if I was such a big bad guy?
Because you're... I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry.
Would it be fair to say that you were devoted to Katie Harrington?
Absolutely.
So what did you think when Mr. Williams let you know that he was replacing you with her?
I was confused. He said that I was getting fired because I'd made a big mistake, and I had no idea what he was talking about. And then I remembered that Katie had misidentified someone in the gang segment, and she had told me that she was terrified that it was gonna get her fired. So when he told me that she was replacing me, I thought that she had laid the blame on me.
What did you do next?
I went to find Katie to ask her how the network got the idea that I had made that major error.
What did she say?
She said she panicked and told them that it was my mistake.
Then what?
Before I knew it, Katie was dead. It was a blur. Katie did not deserve that. I know that now. But on that night, in that moment, I didn't think. I didn't think. I just reacted. Like I said, it was such a blur.
You admit freely to shooting Emily Starr
I do.
because of the dangerous advice she gave your daughter.
Yes.
Did you know, Mrs. Massey, that just last year, over 18,000 wellness advisors recommended alternatives to chemo and radiation? Would you kill them all?
Those thousands didn't shut my daughter away from her parents.
Is that what this is about? Anger that Emily Starr assumed your role?
No.
Is that why you could think of no other remedy but to shoot her?
I just went there to scare her, to beg her to leave Lauren alone.
With a loaded gun that you had driven across state lines to purchase.
Lauren needed treatment. She needed a doctor. Emily walked away. Her spell over my daughter, it needed to be broken. My baby was gonna die. I wasn't gonna let that happen. So yes, I shot her.
You expressed dismay that Emily had lied to you, so I want to give you a chance to be honest. You were 19 when you decided to stop chemo and follow Emily's health recommendations?
Yes.
Of legal age to make medical decisions for yourself.
Yes.
Did Emily ever tell you she had medical training?
No.
And you understood that your doctor had recommended chemo and radiation?
Yes.
Did Emily Starr ever lock you in a room?
No, but she restrained me psychologically. Told me to cut ties with anyone negative. My parents. My doctor. She said their fear-mongering would make my cancer worse.
And you believed her.
When you're sick, you want it to go away so badly. Any liar can own you. My actual doctor, he's not allowed to lie. You all won't let him. He had to tell me the treatment was going to be awful. Why was Emily allowed to say anything? It almost cost me my life. I'm only better now because I finally saw the MRIs. I saw proof that my cancer had gotten worse under Emily's care. In all of this, my mother was the only person willing to fight for me, to save me. Please, don't punish her.
On January 21st, you attended a party at Dutch Wilmot's apartment and had sex with Tate Harris, correct?
Yes.
Were you drinking that evening?
Yes.
Were you under the influence of any narcotics?
Yes.
Yet, you somehow saw Tate Harris carrying something wrapped in a t-shirt. Was this before or after you had sex?
After.
Before or after you were drinking and doing drugs?
After.
So you're saying Tate Harris just walked into Dutch Wilmot's closet, stole a gun right before your eyes like there was no care in the world?
He thought I was asleep, and I was. But then I heard him rummaging around, so I woke up.
In exchange for your testimony today, Mr. Price promised not to file sex trafficking charges against you?
Yes, that's correct.
Are you a pimp, Miss Burke?
No, I am definitely not a pimp.
Nothing further.
Redirect, Your Honor. Ms. Burke, did my decision not to charge you influence the way you answered my questions today? Did it make you say anything that was not, in fact, truthful?
No.
Nothing further.
You may step down.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Grace, let's go.
Ms. Burke, that's enough.
I am not a pimp, and I am not a whore.
Ms.
Okay, how
Burke,
dare you humiliate
I'm holding
me?
you in
No,
contempt of court.
I hold you in contempt, and especially you.
Thought I could trust Todd. I had for years. And as the years went on, we kind of knew everything about each other. He was the brother I never had, basically.
Your Honor, I would like to show the jury privately the image Mr. Feldman manufactured using AI.
Go ahead.
What happened after this altered photo circulated at school?
My life ended. Todd sent it to 3 kids. Someone put it on Snap, and it was everywhere. And our school can be so mean. People were laughing at me, calling me a slut. I mean, I've never even kissed anyone before.
Why did you go to the park that night, Cassie?
I texted Todd 3 or 4 times to try to get him to tell everyone that the photo was fake, but he left me on red. Just thought that if I could see him in person, if I could just have a heart-to-heart without anyone else around, if he could just see what I was going through, everything just felt so out of control.
What did he say that night?
He said he couldn't. He said he didn't want his friends to know the truth. So I told him that I would tell the cops, and the next thing I knew, his hand was around my neck, squeezing hard, and I told him to stop, but he wouldn't. And I just panicked, but I didn't mean to kill him. I'm so sorry.
If you were defending yourself, why did you stab Todd in the back?
When I went to stab him, he turned his back on me.
And why did you have a knife with you?
For protection. My dad got it for me. I carried it all the time. I walked through the park by myself a lot.
You carried it for self-defense. And then you used it in self-defense because you were reasonably afraid for your life.
Yeah. I mean, Todd was twice my size, and he said he was gonna kill me.
Nothing further.
When you were afraid for your life, did you run and scream?
No.
Well, then, and after you plunged a knife into Todd Feldman's back 3 different times, did you call 911, the police?
No.
Why not?
Because I knew how it would look.
Yes. Real bad. If you were truly acting in self-defense, why go through the trouble of posing as Todd, texting his friends 4 minutes after Todd was dead, and telling them to delete the doctored photo?
You have no idea what it is like to have a photo of yourself passed around like this. Everyone laughing at you, enjoying your humiliation.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
After the defendant sexually assaulted you, what happened?
I saw her kill my mother.
Mr. Martin, did you ever assault Layla Hartman?
No, I never would have done something like that. I was a virgin.
Thank you. Nothing further.
In the last year, how much money did you take from your fans?
I don't know. My mother...
Would it surprise you to learn that it totaled over $600,000? In addition to the so-called gifts of sneakers and clothing and jewelry that you solicited from them?
I don't know.
Isn't it true, sir, that you preyed on these poor, lonely women?
No.
You took advantage of their loneliness and their generosity, didn't you?
I did what my mother told me to do.
But you wanted more. We all understand the sexual desires of a 16-year-old boy, and you decided that money wasn't enough. You decided to take advantage of my client by raping her. Isn't that true?
No, I would never.
You took the money and you took my client sexually. Isn't that true?
No.
I'm done.
I thought Romeo was a boy who was being exploited by his mother. He wanted to stop dancing, but she was forcing him to continue.
Did you attend RomeoCon 2026?
I did. I just wanted to see if Romeo was okay. When I saw him in the lobby, he was happy to see me. He told me he was trying to get his mother to stop, but that she wouldn't listen to him.
What happened next?
He asked me to talk to his mother with him.
And you agreed?
Yes. I went to their room, but once inside, I realized that we were alone.
What happened next?
He pushed me onto the bed and ripped off my underwear. I couldn't believe what was happening. I froze. He stepped back, he put on a condom and raped me.
Did he say anything?
He said that nobody would believe me because he was an innocent 16-year-old boy.
And after he violently raped you?
Diane burst into the room screaming. Romeo picked up a bookend and hit her in the head. I was shocked. I ran out. I didn't want him to kill me.
Ms. Hall, why didn't you do more? Contact the authorities.
You have no idea.
I'm sorry, could you please speak up?
You have no idea how much kids suffer today. Anxiety, body issues, stress, social media. Every day, kids come to me with death on their mind. Suicidal ideation, homicidal ideation. I have to make a judgment call every time. If I wasn't discerning, then I might as well just move my practice right into the NYPD. So, instead, I try to offer a safe space, a haven. And I got this one wrong. And 2 lives were ruined as a result. Todd Feldman's and Cassie Moore's. And I'll never forgive myself.
Bob was a really gentle man. I would never hurt him.
Chloe, I'm going to ask you about your arrest for Mr. Gladstone's murder. What did you mean when you said, "Oh God, what did I do?"
I blamed myself. See, I had begged Bobby for a fancy ceremony, and he was just happy that we had eloped in Vegas, but I'd always dreamed of this big fairy tale wedding, and maybe if I hadn't drawn so much attention to our relationship, people wouldn't have turned against him. After I said goodnight to Bob, I went straight to bed thinking that the next morning was going to be the happiest day of my life.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ms. Thompson, you say you didn't see Bob Gladstone after you said goodnight?
That's correct.
How do you account for the lipstick traces that were found on his robe, on his neck, on his mouth?
When I found him, I started screaming for help. I tried to give him CPR.
He had been dead for almost 10 hours by this point.
I'm not a doctor. I was all alone. I had no idea how long he'd been dead. I wanted to do something. I wanted to save the person that I loved most in the world. Why is it so hard for you to believe that I loved him? What is wrong with you all?
Your Honor, we would like to request a brief recess, please.
Let's adjourn for the day.
Did Braddock confess to stealing the necklace?
Not at first. But then, he told me he got MS from breathing in debris at Ground Zero. But the health fund wouldn't cover the cost of his treatment. Said it wasn't fair. And that insurance had reimbursed the store anyway. That it was a victimless crime. I guess he felt like he was owed something.
But you didn't budge.
No. Then he started waving his file in my face. Said he could make it look like it was me who took the necklace. That it would be his word against mine. I didn't know what to do, so I tried to leave and go upstairs. But Braddock grabbed me, and we started shoving. And then he grabbed the Halligan, and I wrestled it away, and he came at me again.
That's when you hit him.
Yes. I wish I could take it back. And I'm sorry. But he gave me no choice. I thought he was gonna kill me.
So why not just say that to the police?
I panicked. I knew he was right. No one would believe the truth coming from me. So I grabbed the file and I stashed it with my stuff. And then I opened the back door to make it look like someone ran out. And I called 911. I know lying was wrong. But I was scared. And I thought I had no choice.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Can you please tell the jury what happened on the morning of July 19th?
I was working on this deal day after day. We were trying to buy this luxury goods company called McKenna.
When you say day after day, what do you mean?
It means I didn't leave the office for 3 straight days.
Not even at night?
No. I slept in my office.
Can you describe your state of mind?
I felt like I was trapped. Like I couldn't leave the building. I literally felt like I was gonna die like Ted. And that scared me. I was the one who found Ted's body. At first I thought he was sleeping, but he was dead.
If you felt this way, why didn't you just quit?
I thought about it all the time, but I couldn't do it. Look, I know it doesn't make any sense, but I didn't think quitting was an option. Not for a guy like me, anyway.
What do you mean by that?
I didn't go to Harvard. I don't have an MBA. I kind of snuck in through the back door, you know? I wanted to prove myself and prove that I belonged. If I quit, my career would be over. Other firms would think that I couldn't hack it or that I got pushed out. Rich kids with perfect resumes get to quit. Blue-collared kids who went to Fordham don't. So I sucked it up no matter how bad it got.
When you left the office, the morning of July 19th, what were you trying to accomplish?
What do you mean?
What was your objective, your goal?
My goal was to free myself of Geller's chokehold.
Can you be more specific?
I felt like he was suffocating me. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. My heart was racing. Like I said, I thought I was gonna die. So that morning, when I left the office, my purpose was to kill John Geller because I knew that if I didn't, I would have ended up dead.
I thought I was hallucinating at first. Claire Morgan walked into our book club meeting. Everyone tried to corner her, but within minutes, Claire was only talking to me
What did you two talk about?
about reading her books and feeling like I could escape. How I moved to the city and felt lost. Felt like she cared.
She don't feel that way anymore.
It feels like I was being studied, recruited for Stuart.
Objection, speculation.
Speculation? Your Honor, these are her feelings.
Overruled, but be careful, Mr. Creasy.
Go ahead.
Claire was only interested in hearing about why I felt broken. It was research, a checklist of vulnerabilities for Stuart to exploit. Claire wanted everyone to see her as this empathetic champion of women. But it's just a story.
Thank you, Leah. No further questions.
Who assaulted you, Leah?
Stuart Morgan.
And was Claire ever present when these assaults occurred?
No.
Did you tell Claire what Stuart did to you?
I tried.
In fact, you were deliberately hiding it from her, correct?
Yes,
No
but
further questions.